We accept the love that we think we deserve. These words from the movie The Perks of Being a Wallflower deeply resonated with my internal struggles, a relentless chase for validation that consumed me for 4 years and turned me into a person I never thought I would become. To our beloved school principal, Dr. Salina Disiamper, to our assistant principal, to Ma'am Chair Lucy de la Cruz, to our diligent head teachers, our hardworking teachers and staff, proud parents, fellow students, honor students, and to Engineer Lester John M. de la Cruz, and to the rest of our guests, a blessed morning to all of you. My journey wasn't always defined by academic pressure. As a child, I lived in the moment, carefree and unconcerned with people's opinions. Unfortunately, that changed in 7th grade. Since I'm enrolled in the Science, Technology, and Engineering, or the STE program, I suddenly felt the pressure to do well in school. The thought of not being able to cope with my classmates haunted me. So, I pushed myself to reach an honorable position. My academic success brought validation, and the need for it only intensified as I progressed through high school. As I stepped into 8th grade, I said to myself that maybe if I continue to excel in my studies, I will be able to find my worth. But I said to myself that maybe if I continue to excel in my studies, people would love and be proud of me. That comforted me for a while, but not until I realized that every time that I would be on the honor list, no one celebrates my success because they already expected me to be the best. That only sparked another reason for me to chase academic validation. I thought that if I continue to seek it, I will be able to find my worth. With my mind consumed by seeking academic validation, I became burnt out. I suddenly lost some of my skills, my creativity, the spark of my studies, confidence, and suddenly lost the reason to continue giving my 100% at all times, in any situation, in everything that concerns school. Even finishing exams, submitting a project, moving to the next quarter, all felt like nothing. I don't consider them a success anymore, just something that needs to be done. It led me to the point where resting feels illegal, as if it's something that I shouldn't do or deserve. But 9th and 10th grade made me invalidate that feeling. Because who am I without my achievements? Who am I without academic validation? I felt guilty and ashamed for being burnt out. To be honest, when I won a competition, I didn't feel genuinely happy. Because I know people will be proud, while I suffer from the fear of being perceived as less than brilliant. Plagued by self-doubt, will they still love me even if I won't excel? Will my voice be heard even if I'm not trying my best? It just made me ask myself, I won, but at what cost? I am scared to be seen without a spark, scared to the fact that I don't always know what to do, say, or act. I continued, even if I'm tired in places inside of me that I don't even have names for. The tiredness that I possessed is no longer fixable by sleep. I couldn't think straight anymore, as if my mind is filled with fog. Living into academic validation made me study and perform well, even if I have to exchange my health for it. And then, on March 2, 2025, I was diagnosed with Bell's palsy, which caused the left side of my face to be paralyzed. I was even surprised to find out that it is because of my mental state, my horrible mental state. And it is the turning point never thought would come. When I was at the emergency room, I saw my medical document. The word pedya caught my attention. I laughed and said out loud, "Pedya, di ba bata yun?" My mother said, "Oo, bata ka pa naman." And then it hit me. Right. I still belong to the category of the young. I realized that I shouldn't have my whole life figured out yet. And then, so I thought, now, I am here, standing with bruises that won't heal, just so that they can be healed. With every sacrifice that I fulfilled, now I am here, with tears on my eyes, with dextrose on my side, filled with anger and despise, because I exchanged my sanity for an unworthy fight. I stopped thinking about school for a while, stopped worrying about it, and just focused on getting better. To be honest, this unworthy fight that I have thought to be unworthy brought me back to the feeling of being genuinely loved, seen and heard. It is in the hospital where I realized that it is the first time that I have not thought of school, where I am not obligated to perform well. And it is the first time that I had a heart-to-heart conversation with my mother. All of those felt so good that I didn't even want to leave the hospital. Nevertheless, I turned out to be just fine and found my way back. To my grade 10, 8, 9, 8, and 7 advisors, Ma'am Shirley De Leon, Ma'am Emily De Jesus, Ma'am Lalaine Maglalang, Sir George Matilisan, and to Ma'am Lourdes Galang, and to the rest of my teachers. Thank you po for doing your job, not because you need to, but because you want to. Thank you po for reminding me that my grades do not equate to my worth. To all of my friends, especially Jake, Audrey, Jada, Anika, and Catherine, thank you for always reminding me to respect my capacity, to validate my feelings, and to embrace my own weaknesses. Thank you for always listening and not judging. Thank you for making me feel loved without the need to prove myself. I am blessed to have all of you as my friend. To Mama and Dad, thank you po for shaping me as the person I am today. Thank you for loving and for supporting me. And it is true Christ why I am here today. Fellow students, we are so focused on attaining titles and honors, becoming the person that the world expects us to be, and seeking validation. I want to say that it is not even our responsibility to satisfy their expectations on us, and that our worth is not based on our academic performance alone. To everyone who is struggling with self-worth, to everyone that felt guilty for resting, to everyone who are in the same situation as me, let me share with you a portion of my heart today. Kung sa tingin mo, sayang ang mga oras na ginugol mo para sa iyong sarili, at yung pagpapahinga mo sa mga halos tugtog mong mga daliri, pati na rin sa utak mo ang daming lingawain, hindi ba sumagi sa iyong isip na dapat mo naman talaga itong ginagawa at hindi sinusuri? Walang nasayang sa mga oras na minsan ka namang lumayo sa mga gawain. Sa mga oras na binitiwan mo ang mga kasalan. Sa mga oras na inuna mo ang iyong damdamin. Walang nasayang, walang dapat punahin. Masyado ka lang nakikinig sa mundo. Takpan mo muna ang iyong mga tenga ng tono at subukang kumustahin ang iyong estado. Dahil mas mahalaga ka sa kahit anong titulo. I am Akira T. Paulino, and I am honored to stand here today. Congratulations to all of us. All praises, honor, and glory be to God.
Thank you very much, for great legacy. Thank you so much for your heartfelt message. Always remember that you are precious, you are loved, and you are worthy.